guys, welcome back, and a long time no see. I am here today to do a full face, almost kind of full face of makeup, pretty much like a chit chat get ready with me. I know I haven't filmed in a really long time and you guys haven't seen a video in a really long time, but today I wanted to just sit down, finally film, and kind of talk to you guys and chat with you guys about what's been going on lately. I will just get right to it. I have all of these things that I have put together in this little basket, and if you notice, there isn't really a foundation. Well, to be honest with you, I haven't worn foundation for like almost, I want to say, I haven't worn liquid foundation, I should be more specific, liquid foundation on a regular basis for like almost 2 years now, and that's really crazy to say. I think it's been about 2 years. I used to always wear my Lancome foundation. That foundation never fails me, and I always wear that whenever I'm having like a special event or whenever I want to wear a trusty go-to foundation. I did get the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation, and I wanted to try this out, but I'm going to be honest, today I don't really feel like wearing liquid foundation, so I'm just going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, which I will put on later. But right now, all I have on my face is some eyebrows, my moisturizer that I've been using, and then I put on my eyeshadow primer, which is of course my trusty Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. I'm going to go ahead and just use these products and just kind of talk to you guys. I don't really have specific things to talk about. I just wanted to sit down and film, and then my husband and I are going to go to eat afterwards, naturally. And so I just wanted to get ready and film really quick. Even though I haven't really worn a lot of makeup lately, I've been still accumulating so much makeup, and it's crazy. That's like a true makeup hoarder / makeup addiction. I just can't help it. Whenever I see something that I really like, I want to buy it, and so I do. And then it only applies to things that I really wanted to buy and try. For eyeshadow, I'm going to be trying out this J.Cat Beauty Melrose Avenue eyeshadow palette. I bought this eyeshadow palette because I saw all of these purples and pinks, and the part that I really like is that the fact that there is a lot of like transition colors, or even if you wanted to make like a neutral look, which I made tons of videos from my last video up until now, but I've never been happy with them, which is why I haven't uploaded anything. This palette, I really love that there's neutrals in here for transition, and then there's also some bright pinks in there, and then some purples, of course, which are my favorite. I think for the first color that I'm going to take is going to be probably the most, I would say this is the color that I would use for a transition color, which is this kind of like a mauve pink color. And I feel hair somewhere on here. Hello. Okay, this color right here I'm going to use in my transition area. Oh, there's like fur? Is it fur? What is it? Help. Ha! It's a piece of fuzz. Back to where I was at. Lately I haven't, like, I've made so many videos. I've made a few like first impressions, get ready with me. While I'm recording, I wasn't really feeling it, and then when I was done I was like, I don't really like it. So I never uploaded those videos. Ever since then, I just haven't recorded because I was just like, don't want to upload something that I'm not happy with, even if it's just content. I've been trying to find some sort of content, some sort of inspiration somewhere, just so that I can feel good about what I'm uploading. Also, I've been watching a lot of Netflix. I've watched Riverdale. I've watched the 2 seasons, and I am like obsessed with the show, and I can't wait for season 3. I don't know if I want to wait until the third, like the full season gets on Netflix, or if I will just pre-record all of the episodes on TV, because I do have DVR. I could record it just like I am with the show Claws, which that show, I really like that show as well. I love Niecy Nash. She's hilarious. But this one I really love too, because she's not as comical as she usually is, because her roles in the past, if you've watched the show with Emma Roberts, the TV show Scream Queens, that was hilarious, and she played kind of a comical role in that. I love comedy, and I love like satirical comedy too, but this one and the show that she's in right now in Claws is really good. Also because I really love the fact that it's in Manatee County, which is in Florida. Even though it's fictional, is it fictional? Yeah. Even though it's like fake, I am pretty sure that it happens in real life. There's gotta, you know, they've got to get the idea somehow, right? So I don't really have a direction for this eye look. So I'm just kind of, I don't know, I'm just kind of putting on some eyeshadow and just kind of going with it. But as far as stuff that's been going on with me, I've just been working, and if you guys don't know, I am a registered nurse, and I do work a regular, like, you know, I do work full-time. So I do have a full-time job, and I would love, just like anybody, of course, I would love to not be able to work, right? That would be really awesome, but of course that is just a dream. Now that I've put that mauve color into my crease area, and it always turns out that my left side is like more smooth than my right side for some reason. I'm going to take this kind of, this is a pretty like neutral color, this brown right over here, and I'm going to kind of put that right above there, so that way I can kind of have a almost like a transition-ish color. I think one thing that I really see out of here that's really missing is a brow bone color, or something that is light enough to be a brow bone highlight color, or even an inner corner highlight color as well. So I'm just going to take some of that and put it right out here. I wanted to make my eyeshadows a little bit, or like the application of my eyeshadow a little bit different, because I am so used to just going right below my brow bone, and so it wouldn't really take up the whole space of my eyes or my eyelid, because my eyelids are, I have really small eyes, and I wanted to kind of take this time to really take advantage of that small space that I have, and just kind of extend it up to the brow bone, or the yeah, right up to the brow bone right there, and try something new, something a little bit different. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a slightly darker color. There's, you know, everybody's to each their own. You don't have to use all of these colors, but I love like how the colors kind of transition into each other, and I love blending because it just makes everything look really seamless. I'm going to take this color right here, right beside that first color that I had used. So that one's just a little bit darker, and I'm just going to take it and just put it right out here, very lightly, very ever so lightly. Do the same over here. Alrighty, and then I'm going to switch brushes, and I'm going to go in with another kind of like a blending brush, but this one is much better to go right in between, especially to go a little bit deeper in. I like where I'm going with this, however I need some depth, and I think I'm going to just go ahead and take, I'm either deciding this color or maybe this color right there. Let's just go with this one right here, and literally right at the lash line. It looks smoothed out from the way that you guys are seeing it, and I think I might actually zoom you guys in. Okay, you guys are zoomed in a little bit, and it looks a lot more patchy right in there. So I'm going to take the other the other fluffy blending brush. I'm going to take the other fluffy blending brush that I used prior and just kind of try to blend those two right there. Go back in with a little bit more of that darker color that I had and just try to blend that in a little bit better. So what other kind of TV shows have you guys watched? Because I'm starting to run out of some TV series that I have been watching. I'm starting to run out of options, I guess. I'm really picky and really weird about my TV shows. So the last couple of shows or the series that I've watched are, if you guys have heard it, it's called iZombie, which is on Netflix. And then the other show that I've seen that I just finished is called Bitten. I don't know what channel that one was on. It was quite interesting. I really did like it, and I think the show's ended since the ending of it seemed like that was their end, you know, like to the show. I think that show is done for. Now you can see that I've kind of tried to blend this darker color a little bit better. It shows up much better. It's not as patchy, but I think this is one of those colors where you just kind of have to work with it to get the right application, to get a more even application. If you guys have any suggestions as to which shows to watch, I really love those kind of shows where it's like supernatural-ish, I guess, because I really liked iZombie. I'm just gonna blend this part right here. I really liked the show iZombie. That was a really good one. Bitten was okay. It was a little weird, but I did really like it though. I would like to watch some other shows just to kind of keep my time occupied, I guess. Not that I really have that much time. I'm making it seem like I have a lot of time on my hands, but I don't. I just like to have shows like that running in the background, especially when I'm like cleaning the house or doing dishes and stuff like that. I really like to have that kind of background noise. I still do have like YouTube videos playing in the background, but ever since, I don't know, in the last couple of months, I haven't really been feeling it. I don't know, for some reason, I just have not been feeling a lot of the YouTube videos that have been coming out, which, you know, I don't really have room to talk, but that's just kind of how I feel about it. A lot of the stuff that's been coming out, as far as what's trending right now, hasn't really been my cup of tea, I guess you can say. Hasn't been what I'm interested in watching. Like, a lot of these, I love the fact that people are starting to get more personable and a lot more open in their videos. Literally everybody is doing it at the same time. And I can understand, you know, it's trending, it's catchy. I don't know, it's kind of weird. I'm gonna go a little bit more on my left side, just a touch deeper. So far, everything is working out really well. I really like this palette, and it's actually working really well as far as the colors that I've been using. This darker one over at the end over here is a little bit, you have to work with it a little bit more, especially when you're putting on the color. And it can be a little bit patchy, but I think if you are patient with it, it'll work out for you. Now, what I'm going to do is, I don't know if I want to do a matte look or a shimmery look today. I'm looking here, and I'm looking at the metallics that I've got here. I don't know why this is such a hard decision to make, because typically, you know, it is really easy. I think I'm going to actually swatch a couple of these just to kind of see what I'm working with. This one right here, this is the swatch for that one. From what I'm seeing here, maybe the metallics are not quite what they are. Yeah, these are just a couple of swatches. The metallics are rather very warm, which is kind of weird. We might not use this palette for the inner lid. Now that I'm actually looking at this palette, there is one thing that I'm noticing is that these shimmers, albeit really, really, really gorgeous, really gorgeous colors. I'm just not really feeling the shimmers in this palette. And I don't know, the purples, I really love the mattes. All of the mattes are really pretty, but now that I'm looking at the shimmers, not sure. My solution to that is I'm going to dig into the Norvina palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Let me swatch, because I think I am going to go ahead and go with a shimmery color. So I just swatched a few of these colors. I'm going to go in with this color called Wild Child, and it's this third one right over here. I'm going to go ahead and go in with my finger. There we go. The brush was a nice thought, but honestly the finger is what works the best here. I'm gonna go with the other eye, and with these metallics that are in the Anastasia palette, you don't need to dig in there very hard at all. They're super soft. They're just crazy pigmented. I've zoomed you guys out a little bit, and then I have cleaned up the excess fallout that came from the Wild Child color, and I'm really loving like the reflex that are coming from that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the rest of my face. Now I'm going to be going outside, and it is currently like 12:30 in the afternoon, and I want to put on some sunscreen or sunblock. Like I said before, I've already put on a moisturizer, and this one is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Pink Juice Moisturizer, and I've already used half of the bottle, and it's wonderful. I love it. This one is going to be the Shiseido Urban Environment Oil-Free UV Protector. This has SPF 42, and it is specifically for the face. Going to put that on now. I'll come back and finish the eyes in a little bit. I'm going to finish up my face, and the next thing I'm going to do is just put on some powder foundation. I did say that in the beginning of the video I'm not going to use liquid foundation. I do have a couple of liquid foundations that I've bought just because I'm always on the lookout for some really good foundation, and I'm trying to find things that are similar to the Lancome foundation, but I haven't exactly found that yet. And so I'm just going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me foundation powder. This one is in 10 Fair Light, and I've actually used this for quite some time. I've used it since it came out, and this powder is really good. I'm just going to go and take a fluffy blending brush, dip it into here, and then just put it onto my face. I'm also not somebody who uses concealer. I wouldn't say that I don't have a need for it, but I just think it's way too time consuming for me. I think it's an optional thing. Not everybody has to use everything, and it's, for me personally, I feel like makeup is so versatile and it's so personal. Some people just don't need to use certain things. Did you see all that powder fly? Some people just don't need to use certain things, and if that's what works for you, then that's what works for you. For me, I don't really use concealer very often. I think I only use it about, I would say probably about 5% of the time I only use concealer. Trust me, I hardly ever use concealer. It's not really something that I feel the need to use. When I want to be super glamorous and super done up, yes, I will wear it. And it does look a little bit crazy right this second, but when I finally get the face all set and everything, it looks better, trust me. I'm gonna go in with some bronzer or some concealer, wow. I'm gonna go in with some bronzer and some contour, and I'm going to try out this Catrice Cosmetics. I recently just got it. They came out with like a bunch of other palettes, a bunch of like other face palettes. Some of them have only highlighters, some of them are like this. I think this might be the only one. There's a few of them, and I picked this one up. I don't think I picked up the highlighter one. I wanted to pick up something that is a little bit different from what I usually pick. I love highlighters, of course. I have way too many highlighters, and I actually said that. I have way too many highlighters. So this one, I wanted to try this lighter bronzer one. I also have the CoverGirl Peach Punch highlighter palette, And this one also has kind of like a bronzy shade to it too, but it's a little bit lighter than this one. It looks almost the same. Placing them side by side, the Catrice one is just a little bit darker. So I'm gonna go in with that one and just kind of contour slash kind of bronze it up a little bit. And it is really powdery. Like, I just dipped into it a few times and it is really, really powdery right there. Gonna get these other parts of my face to bronze with no additional product. I don't think I'm going to use this blush out of this palette. Really wanted to try this one. This one is a Morphe blush palette, and I really, really loved this color right over here. It's a little bit more muted than the one that's in the Catrice palette. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of this. This one is called Legendary. And like I said, I didn't say everything that I was going to use, so I'm going to make sure that everything is listed in the box down below. How do you guys feel about, I know I'm jumping from topic to topic, but how do you guys feel about affiliate codes or affiliate links? Because I was thinking about starting to use them, and at least then the investment in that will go back into the items that I use, and hopefully can continue to do videos for you guys, produce good content and everything. All of the work that I put into these videos and everything will kind of pay back in itself, I guess, if that makes any sense. I wanted to start to use that and list it down below. That way it's easier for you guys to get these items or link to these items. That way you can get these specific items that I use. It helps me out whenever you make a purchase through those links, and then I get like a little bit of commission through it, and then that way I can return it to the channel. I don't really know how that is viewed. I mean, so far, you know, I've been totally honest with all the stuff that I've done and reviewed. I don't know, let me know how you guys feel about that, but I am thinking about starting that. Maybe just like, you know, those bit links. We'll see how that could go. I just realized that I put on my blush before I put on my highlighter. I have quite a few options here, and I have this one over here from the Covergirl palette. That is an option, and then I also brought the Anastasia Dream palette, which I have not even touched yet. And look at that beautifulness. Anastasia Beverly Hills makes like the best highlighter palettes ever. I want to show you guys real quick. I want to show you guys that I've been obsessed with the glow kits, and these are probably the best kits that she's ever come out with. Any of the ones that are like shaped like this are the best. And can you tell which color I have used almost to death out of this palette? And is this one right here. This one's called Gumdrop. If they would just make the color this one by itself, I would purchase this one over and over again, because this color is like the most perfect everyday color for me, and it is really pretty. It's so like, it's like a little peachy but not too peachy, but then there's like this purple and pink like shift in it, and it is so pretty. I wear it every single day, and it works so well, I think, with my skin tone. For some reason, it works so well. I just love that glow on my face. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use the highlighter out of the Covergirl one, because I haven't had a chance to use this palette yet. So this is kind of like a peachy, this is actually really close to the Anastasia one that I was just talking about. It doesn't have a very like purplish glow, but it definitely does have like that peachy pink kind of glow to that. I didn't think that was gonna actually be this peachy, but it makes sense because it is peach punch, right? So it makes sense. I'm going to go back in with a little bit more blush just to blend everything together. I think the bronzer though could be a little bit less warm, because now that I'm looking in the monitor, I don't know, the monitor and the mirror, I don't know how it shows up for you guys, but it looks a little bit too warm. Just a little bit. Kinda wanna use one of these. So I'm going to go ahead and just do that. I'm going to take, let's just take this color right here. This one is called Ethereal, and it's kind of like a frosty, purpley kind of color, which I love. And I'm just going to put just a little bit, just the slightest. That way we can beam just a little bit more. That part's good. Face is done. We're going to go back into the eyes, and I have this eyeliner that I want to put on just to line my eyes. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Liquid Eyeliner, and not really sure why it's part of the Lash Paradise line, but they had like other eyeliners that have been the same tip, which is like this felt tip. I don't know. I just bought it because I wanted to try it and see. I have used their old one. I think it's the telescopic one of their eyeliner, but we'll just use this. So I don't know if I'm going to do like a wing liner. We'll see. I don't think I will. That's not the plan. But you guys know how plans work. They don't ever really fall through, right? I never feel right doing eyeliner without doing wing eyeliner, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about that. To be completely honest with you guys, I'm not really feeling this liner. I don't really understand the purpose of this applicator. This is not going very well. That one I'm going to set aside, and I'm just going to go in with my normal eyeliner, and this is the Ardency in Punker Liner, and this is a liquid felt tip eyeliner. However, it is in the shape of a pen. So this one's going to be easier for me to use and easier for me to control. Am I going to wing it out today? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe for once in my life I won't do a wing liner while I'm doing a liner. We won't do it today. Maybe another time. But I am going to tight line underneath here. I'm going to go in and finish the rest of my eyeshadow look. I am going to just take this part of the brush of the deeper color that I had used earlier and just go down. This is going to be probably the easiest way to finish this. So I'm just going to brush it with no additional product. Just kind of go in with what is left on the brush, and it's just that easy. No extra work needed. For the last finishing touch, I'm going to go back into the Anastasia. It's raining right now, just in case you guys hear some extra noise. I'm going to go back into the Anastasia, the Norvina palette, and I'm actually going to take this color called Dreamer, and it's just a light shimmery color. And I'm going to dip it in here with a little pencil brush and just go into the inner corner here. And then what I'm going to do is kind of extend it out on the lower lash line right into the middle. And like I said before, with the small eyes that I have, it does not... Wow. Okay. That was terrifying. I'm going to hurry up and finish this look because the thunder is going to freak me out. I'm done with the face, so now I'm going to set my face, and I'm going to be using the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. To set my eyebrows, I'm going to be using the NYX Control Freak Eyebrow Gel. For mascara, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild MegaSlim Skinny Mascara. This is the waterproof one. This mascara I think is probably better for your lower lashes, which it worked amazing for my lower lashes, but it's not really a good one to do for the top. Doesn't really give very much volume in my opinion. And I mean, I do love that it's so skinny though, because sometimes you just need that really skinny brush to get in. This one, for me personally, I don't really have that many lashes, and my lashes are really short and sparse, but it works really, really well for my lower lashes because my lower lashes are practically non-existent. This is really good for the lower lashes. And if you notice, I don't use concealer, I don't use lower line eyeliner. There's quite a few things I don't use. It works out for me. So you know, you can do these things. You don't have to. I don't have to. which is what I tell everybody. There's things you can and can't do, or there's things that you can, should, whatever. Do it how you please. For lips today, I'm just gonna go in with this. This is the e.l.f. lip lacquer, and this is in the color Natural, and I just kind of picked this up. I think I got this in an order or something, but it is not usually something that I would pick myself. But just a few dabs and a couple of and it is good to go. So this is my look, and this is my Chatty Get Ready With Me. I am all done here. Thank you so much if you guys have stayed for this whole video and stayed until the end. I hope you guys come back very soon. I'm going to try to do a couple more videos today, maybe 1 or 2 depending on the weather. I really don't like it when it's raining when I'm filming. We will try to work something out, but I really do hope that I can start to record some more videos. I think today went really well. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Let me know how you guys feel about affiliate links. Let me know about any videos or movies that you guys, TV shows, TV series that you guys have seen lately, and anything else new that's been going on with you. And I hope to catch you soon. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye!